everybody, it's Explosive Pop-Tart, and today I'm going to be reviewing Top Gun, Maverick.
My dad believed in you. I'm not going to make the same mistake.
Smoke in the air! Smoke in the air!
You'll never forgive yourself.
No turning back now.
Come on! Jeez! Having any fun yet?
Yes, I'm wearing the Top Gun shirt, so I figured, you know what? I ought to review one of the Top Gun movies, and I'm going to review the most recent one first. I probably should have done the original first, but I'm going to review the new one. That's more fresh in people's minds. But, so, I didn't get to see this film in theaters, and it's probably one of the biggest regrets I'll ever have, because I know just from watching this film on digital that this film would have been immensely superior on a theater. In a theater, I mean, with those huge screens that Dolby Atmos audio just would rock the theater. I know it. Just from watching this film at home, I know that I missed out big time, and it hurts me so bad, dude. Seriously, it's like one of the biggest regrets of not seeing a movie in theaters that I've ever had, and it's crazy because I wanted to. I just never was able to make the time to go and see it, and I'm kicking myself so bad because of that. But anyways, Tom Cruise comes back to play Maverick, and I gotta say, dude, I had high hopes for this film, and I mean I had sky high hopes for this film. Like, I thought, because everybody and their mothers, even people who aren't fans of like military and films of this nature, you know, people who don't even like those kinds of films, were saying how amazing this film was. And in fact, I've only ever seen like a handful of people say that this movie was no good. And it wasn't even for movies. It wasn't even for reasons that most people don't like movies. It's just, apparently, I didn't even know this was an issue, but apparently people have an issue with like films trying to like promote like the military. Like, apparently like it's actually like a topic or something where people make films trying to get people to join the military by portraying the military in a good light. Yeah, there's some bad things about the military. There's some like dark things that go on behind the scenes, but I'm a big supporter of the military. I am a huge fan of the troops, you know. I mean, how can you not? I mean, like, we would have nothing if it wasn't for them. So, I mean, I feel like we owe everything to them. I mean, do I personally believe that this film is trying to get people to join up into the Air Force or something? No, I don't. Honestly, I don't see it. I don't see it with the original. So if these movies were made with the intent of getting people to join the Air Force, they need to do a better job, because they don't really show it in like a super positive light. They show you, you know, I mean, there's not really like a negative way to show it. It's just they don't really act like, hey, you know, you join the Air Force, nothing will happen to you. You know, this will be good. You know, you'll do amazing. No, they literally show people dying in both of these films. So I mean, if they're trying to promote the Air Force in these films, then, like I said, do better, guys. Do better. But like I said, even if they did, I don't really get the problem with it. I'm not somebody who's bothered by that whatsoever. Like I said, I'm a huge supporter of the military. So if they are doing that, well, you know what? Cool. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. But those are the only kind of people that I've heard say anything bad about the film. And again, they didn't say anything like technically bad about the film. They just mentioned that stuff. But so again, everybody had nothing but praise for this film. So I went into this film with sky high hopes and expectations, and it more than delivered. In fact, it blew my expectations out of the water. Even though they were already, again, higher than possible, this film nailed it. Like, it's so much better than the original. Everybody has been saying that since that film came out, but it's so much better than the original Top Gun. It's got better action. The story's better. The character development is just so much superior to the original film. I love the soundtrack. There's a couple of songs that I will say that the original had that I really missed not hearing in this film. But that's not a huge thing for me. I want to say that the characters in here, Rooster, wow, what a character. I mean, I love everything about this film. I don't have any negatives whatsoever. Like, I have nothing but positives. This is going to be a really short review, aside from that, like, ramble where I was trying to talk about the whole military propaganda thing. But I love it. Like I said, that the action. Tom Cruise, as always. I mean, he's fantastic. I love him. You know, he's one of my favorite like action stars, along with like the likes of Bruce Willis and Sylvester Stallone and Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Arnold. Everybody loves Arnold. That sounds like a TV show. But yeah, dude. I mean, I will say that I feel like they could easily like do something else after this, like maybe a Top Gun 3 or like just some sort of continuation in some shape or form. But if this is the last we see from Maverick, I will be totally content with that, because this movie just has such a huge soul, dude. It's got the biggest soul of any like military-based film I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of really good military-based films, and this one just really nailed everything about it. It's got the goofiness that you'd expect from Tom Cruise and Maverick. Again, it's got the action. The fighting sequences were terrific. I love the plot. Like, the way that they try to use Maverick in this film was terrific, I thought. Wow, I mean, it's just got so much emotion in it. So there was even a part where I almost started crying, so that tells you something. It's got a lot of emotion and heart into it, but nonetheless. What do I think about Top Gun Maverick? After I just did that entire spiel, I think it's pretty obvious that I'm going to give this film a 10 out of 10. There's nothing I can say bad about it. Even if you don't even like military-based films, you will love this film, and I can almost wholeheartedly promise that. Because it's a good film in general. Like, it's not just a good military film, it's like a really good film, period. Like, on a technical level, it's shot beautifully. Again, the action is beautiful. Like, if you're a fan of action films, you are in luck. If you love romance stories, you're in luck, you know? If you love a good comedy film, this has enough comedy to satisfy your needs for a comedy, So, Top Gun Maverick, 10 out of 10. Good job, Tom Cruise, man. You never disappoint. So, yeah, that's my review on Top Gun Maverick. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.